4 decades separated the first winner in Sheikh Mohammed's colours back in 1977, just a couple of weeks after the street parties to celebrate the Queen's Silver Jubilee, and the first Derby winner he could entirely call his own at Epsom on Saturday. After 33 defeats on the Downs for runners in Godolphin's royal blue colours, it was the 34th, Masar, a relative outsider at 16-1, that proved to be the charm. No owner has ploughed more money into racing in bloodstock over the course of a lifetime, or anything close to it, and anyone with an eye on the mid to long-term future of British flat racing will have been pleased to see 2 of Sheikh Mohammed's children ushered onto the podium to receive the prize. More immediately, though, it was also possible to appreciate the irony in Sheikh Mohammed finally enjoying the classic victory he had pursued so fruitlessly for so many years, just a few months after he had called a halt to his 12-year boycott of yearlings sired by stallions standing at John Magnior's Coolmore stud. Coolmore stallions had sired 5 of the last 7 Derby winners before Masar's victory on Saturday, including 4 trained by Aidan O'Brien, Coolmore's principal trainer. As a result, Sheikh Mohammed's decision to start buying yearlings by Galileo in particular at last year's major sales was widely seen as an overdue admission that, by denying his racing operation access to the strongest middle-distance bloodlines, he was forcing it to operate at half-throttle. But the first of the reinforcements bought as a result of the change of policy will have their classic season next year. It was a homebred colt who was a yearling in the last of the boycott years that finally got the blue colours over the line at Epsom. He still needed some help from County Tipperary, however. Masar is by new approach, who stands at Sheikh Mohammed's Darley stud but is also a son of, yes, Galileo. Masar's owner may have been shunning Galileos at the sales for a dozen years, but he managed to make a shrewd sideways move into the line when he bought new approach from Jim Bolger and his wife Jackie shortly before his win in the National Stakes in 2007. All manner of stories abound about the possible reasons for Sheikh Mohammed's abrupt decision to turn his back on yearlings by Coolmore stallions in 2005. Whatever lay behind it, though, when looked at solely from the point of view of the breeding arm of his operation, it actually made a lot of sense. The money to be earned from standing top stallions like Dubawi, covering fee, £250,000, is the only thing that can make any sense of the crazy sums required to run a major international racing operation. The prize money from the actual races is trifling by comparison. Breeding is the part of the iceberg that most racegoers never see or consider, but it keeps the racing side of the operation afloat. Supporting their own Darley stallions at the sales encouraged breeders to return to them and also took at least a little of the heat out of the market for yearlings sired by the opposition. In the end, however, it also meant Sheikh Mohammed's most potent weapon in the struggle with Coolmore was not being deployed to maximum effect. John Magnior is an extraordinarily rich man, but his wealth still cannot compare with the resources at Sheikh Mohammed's disposal. Coolmore gained its edge in a number of ways, including its exceptional judgment in choosing O'Brien to train its horses, but it also benefited from an essentially stronger rival's decision to play by his own, more restrictive set of rules. Masar and William Buick win the Derby. Photograph, Pat Healy, racingphotos.com/rec/shuttershock yearlings by Coolmore-based stallions including Galileo, the late Scat Daddy and the 2014 Derby winner, Australia, were among those bought to join the Godolphin operation last autumn, but, as ever in racing, it is an investment which will take time to work its way through the system. A time when Godolphin can once again go toe-to-toe with O'Brien is still some way off. There have, of course, been a few false dawns in recent years too, when Godolphin seemed to have turned a corner heading into the classics in the spring only to be steamrollered by another band of champions from Ballydoyle. But the significance of Masar's victory and the impetus it gives to Godolphin should not be underestimated. For a dozen years Sheikh Mohammed's billions were operating under self-imposed restraint, but now, it seems, the shackles are off, just as they were in the years when Godolphin was the dominant force in racing.